Hello and good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the High Elves campaign with Teclis and the Order of the Lawmasters. And we have ourselves a siege battle, and I'm curious to see if I would win this battle if I just basically defeat the the wizard, the lord, the necromancer lord and whatnot. Just see if the rest of the army will just crumble away. The zombies I'm not so worried about because yes, they are big in numbers and they cause fear. But they're all expendable and they're meat shields and they have no stats whatsoever to make me a threat. Because, yeah, they have nothing. So I'm thinking my Illyrian Reavers to try and pick off some of the more threatening units like the Crypt Ghouls. Crypt Ghouls, sorry. I'm thinking Crypt Horrors for Crypt Ghouls. Yeah, I'm going to try and fight this just to see if I could. I have a feeling I probably won't, but I might as well still have a try. It's better than auto-resolving it and it being way in their favor and it would be like these zombies getting like 56 kills or something. Or like the necromancer getting like 50 kills and he hasn't got, come on, he hasn't got anything for like an offensive spell. If he had Wind of Death, I would be like, yeah. But no, he don't. And yeah, I could easily just ring roses around these guys. Could probably do that actually. If I pick off the skeletons, just keep on cycle charging all these guys to death, especially after maybe defeating the Lord. Alright, let's do this then. Basically, I'm going to try and get his Lord to be destroyed by my Illyrian Reavers around here. Especially with me having a 360 fire arc would be very handy. Save your ammunition, buddies. Said save them. Yeah, he's already wasting magic to heal them up. Yeah, I was gonna say I have to target him now so I can just move him around wherever I feel like. Yeah, just keep on kiting them around. Like this is some serious work to try and get around these guys. Yeah, it's like some crazy micromanagement over here. Whoa. Archers. Target someone more better. Skeletons would be more better for you to target. Just charge into these zombies just to get them out of the way. Ooh, some of them got caught actually in those zombies. They weren't even zombies, though. Oh no, they are zombies actually. So I might take some serious casualties over here. Yeah, as I thought, they're not doing much over here with this lord over here. They're trying to protect this lord way too much. It's gonna be a boring battle to be honest. But oh well. Alright, so yeah, these guys can move around now. So if I can get to the flanks and start dealing with these men. Charge over here. Can I try and fire a volley in before I get too close? Yeah, I could. Good. Just basically keep dealing with him. Yep, good. Firing some arrows off into him as well. Perfect. Just keep on chasing after him. Fire a shot into him. Oof, my own arrows just killed my own dude then. That's not good. Okay, I need to charge over here because these guys are getting hammered in the back. Archers! Just like push that leadership down and bring my leadership up on my guys. Right, now my archer's in range for his necromancer. Targeting the necromancer. Yeah, take it back here from there. Yeah, one more charge into these Crypt Ghouls to break them up again. Oh, never mind, that wasn't a very great charge. Let's fire some arrows into there then. Alright, back off a second. Charge over here now, you got some decent movement on you. Ooh, my lord's starting to die now. If I could just beat their lord a bit. Let's see, over here. Fire one volley into him at least. The only downside is can my leadership hold, that's the only problem. Yeah, if we can try and keep next to my lord, even though he's routing, he should be able to regroup at some point. Oh no. We might get a mass rout at this point. It will be done. And his lord is still alive. That's annoying. Ah, he's regrouped. Try and regroup these archers. These archers would be really handy right now. Great, they have. All of these guys are regrouping, that'd be great. I can use up my ammunition on these guys. I'm able to do a lot of damage to these guys. Alright, just charge in here for now. Move over here. The spearmen are still alive, which is worrying to me. If I could just get their lord, hopefully that could do something. One more volley might be able to kill him. Nah, he broke leadership. Alright, never mind. Yeah, as I thought, I wouldn't be able to kill him, but valiant defeat is better than a decisive defeat, so hey, look at that, just so many kills. Yeah, zombies didn't do much. It was all these cripples that did all the work, actually. Now look at it. So if I just use my archers maybe to deal with the cripples, maybe this battle could have turned completely different. Interesting. I don't know. Rather than just trying to focus on the lord that isn't got anything offensive to deal with it. I don't know. It was worth a good shot. And I also got my I've got Techless right next to him anyway, so I can take the city immediately off him.
Hand is needed.
And for a glorious revenge.
Battle calls me.
Let's occupy it. If there's any damage to the city from sacking it, it would be stupid for this province.
Order must be maintained.
Flames of the Phoenix. Perfect. That's a good spell for me to combine with Net of Amatok. Or with the AI being so dumb and just bunching up in a big blob for me. And with vampires as well. Okay, so we have ourselves a replay that I did with the a settlement in the Awakenings of the... Damn it, I forgot already. Oh well. And basically, yeah, it's a vampire count rebellion. And with my knowledge of how elves are, my high elves, are we in 40k? No. The high elves can be able to hold their own against large numbers with their martial prowess. I thought I would be able to take out this army, even though it's a slightly bit more elite with the 2 Black Knights and Bats as well. So to start off with, I just sort of kept it back, and also they have a Crypt King as well. Sorry, Ghoul King to be precise, as their lord. So yeah, just being a bit more defensive, and I've also spread out my archers. And I now realise I'm in range, so I decided to beat the bats first, because dealing with the bats first means that my archers probably wouldn't be as easily tied down. And yeah, I'm just moving my spearmen around here just to try and help defend constantly against them. Because I noticed they're moving to the flank, so I moved them to a more of a better defensive position. Same for over here. I charged my spearmen in. I should have, to be honest, moved them, been a bit more patient, moved them around, but then they would have got rear charge anyway over here. And these guys are fine in this positioning because the AI is leaving a bait because there's a big line here. The AI is constantly baited into going into here. So what I'm able to do is at some point bring my spearmen round, as well as these spears. I should have pushed them round as well, which yeah, I kind of did. And you can see here my spearmen are moving around a little bit. And as I noticed that Black Knights trying to escape, I just charged in, which I should have been maybe a bit more patient, because that's a really, really precarious formation. Yeah, I've tried to realign it up, and I should have charged them, yeah, immediately back in, so they try and surround them. And these Black Knights are trying to flank me, but the situation about them is that I'm just going to try and gun them down with so many archers. This is a really poor mistake for them. To be honest, the AI should have just charged straight in. There's a nice big blob over here as well, where they could just charge right in. And I also thought because these guys are still close to flanks and they haven't charged, I would just try and catch them with my archers. And it did a good job just to pin them in place for a second, as well as also me being able to move my men around with these spears. And these bats are so weak now that they aren't able to do anything to my archers. They're even able to fight and fire at the same time. So yeah, trying to get a good envelopment over here. They're trying to retreat, but them retreating from archers just means I can start firing arrows into them more efficiently. So yeah, and surprisingly as well, those archers were firing at the bats, but their arrows that are missing the actual bats were arcing over to hit the Black Knights, which is actually really helpful in my defense. Really helpful. Yeah, and over here just tying up all my archers, and now they're caught up in the spearmen, just spinning all my archers around and just firing point blank into all these guys. Well, other than this one, I managed to set this one to melee stance. But then I was like, oh no. Switch over to your bows and start firing away. yeah, over here, bit of a poor situation going down for my General Spearman unit, because they are getting absolutely pummeled by the Ghoul King. But it's fine. I have another 2 fresh units, practically fresh units, and my archers are trying to move to the flanks to shoot down this nice blob here with spears. And at some point as well, all of my men just having my spears just kind of help. I thought I would just leave them, but just leaving 19 Black Knights could probably still do a serious problem to my archers if they actually get a decent charge. So I thought I don't want to take any of those risks, and I will just deal with them. Same for these knights. Just any sort of archers that are being attacked in melee, I'm having them supported by archer fire, just to help keep the enemy's leadership down, so they can keep on crumbling. Yeah, now they've completely been dealt with. Now moving my archers, you can see here, my spearmen here to the flanks, to potentially charge in right here and block in this retreat and cause a surrounded debuff penalty. And now getting a full surround on leadership, dealing with those spearmen that are very fresh right now. And just keep on moving myself around. This battle wasn't as indecisive victory for me like in the last battle. It was more 50-50, so it's pretty good. And now I'm like, actually, their Ghoul King's still pretty alive. All my archers are now just going to start dealing with them. These spearmen flanking into these skeleton spearmen would really be able to deal with them easily. So I'm going to keep my fire to where I need them the most, and that's on this Ghoul King, even if there is potentially some friendly fire. But yeah, you can see all them in now. All these bullets just coming, arrows, or missiles I could say, all just pummeling this Ghoul King now, and yeah, his health is just plummeting, as well as his leadership. Yeah, trying to get one more invocation up in the heck. Over here was a blessing to me, but also a blessing to them. I was able to surround them more efficiently, but they were also able to keep alive a tiny bit longer with their invocation of their hex. But yeah, it ends up being a heroic victory for me, and yeah, tracking good stuff. Yeah, how do you like that? Little cinematic battle. Pretty cool. Sweet. I'd like to hear if it is interesting to see battles like that more often. I know a lot of YouTubers do replays rather than just actually live battling it. Okay, so we are in a battle, and it's going to be a little cinematic battle. So let's go into cinematic mode, which makes logical sense to me. And we are versus the vampire camps again. And basically, this is going to be. I was very fed up with the fact that I felt like I was constantly doing the same thing constantly. So I decided to go straight to their siege, their last city, and just attack them. And I just risked maybe taking a rebellion or two. So what I've done is I started to just like charge in to their base, and then trying to do some damage to their crypt horrors. But the thing about it is, and also I didn't realise my lords were so close to the battlefield as well in my situation. Yeah, so I'm trying to fire some arrows in, but as you can see by the sheer amount of arrows on the floor, yeah, the foliage is really helping to protect them. But they are falling bit by bit. They are taking a lot of fire, and especially versus my spears. This should be the moment where I should have casted Flaming Sword of Ruin just to really help deal with these crypt horrors with their healing, or their regeneration. And yeah, they're bringing in some vampires, their bats as well, which you can see, very terrifying. And also, as you can see their crypt, sorry, I can never pronounce their names right. They're Vargeist. Yeah, so the Vargeist as well, shooting them down as fast as possible with my archers, and also bringing down a fiery phoenix. Could have been better. I mistimed my attack with the Vargeist, so I tried to hopefully try and get them as well. But yeah, the Vargeist, as you can see there, were already dealt with in the distance. And here's a very silly micromanagement for me. I keep on getting my Illyrian Reavers caught up by their Black Knights, and I try and help with archers. But yet again, I still just keep on doing micromanagement classes over here. I never give them, my Illyrian Reavers, the charge bonus they desire. And yeah, these combats don't go so well for me. If I would just be able to actually finally get a decent charge bonus on them, I might be able to do some work. But at least the archers and the Illyrian, my archers and Lawful Sea Guard are hoping to deal with any monsters. Like I did the same over here as well. Just spotted some crypt horrors, shutting them down as fast as possible.
For His Majesty!
And yeah, doing very well. Try and beat them down. I'm sure at some point I said my archers deal with these crypt horrors as well.
Crush them!
And yep, just casting out of spells. I'm forgetting what spell I casted here. I think I just actually was using my potion. Yeah, correct. Using my potion a lot, and yeah, just leaving my little mage over here, just not really helping, especially versus the Vampire Lord. She's going to get destroyed. He's taking way too much damage as she needs to. Yeah, Cryptods over here doing not so great, and my Illyrian Reavers with archers are kind of archer bows. Oof, that's good words right then. They've been kind of slightly torn up by getting torn up by Black Knights as well. Very bad poor management over here. Probably, in my opinion, and I think about it, should have had one Illyrian Reaver archer and one Illyrian Reaver just standard with spear on either flank, rather than having both archers on one side and both spear versions on one side. But yeah, over here, a lot of misfires with trees and whatnot, and it's not so great. It definitely is a bit of a struggle to try and deal damage with these archers, but you don't need to worry because they already deal a lot of damage at the end of the battle. At the end of the fight, you'll see how many kills they got, and a lot of them popping down a doom block to try and strip down some of the health from these guys. And it's working quite well. But then they also do the same as well with a certain spell.
Can I be praised?
Yeah, over here is probably not the best thing ever for me.
Moving out.
Saying that though, they're only zombies, so Illyrian Reavers should be able to deal with them. But it is a bit of a struggle because they kind of should get charge bonuses, try and get their charge bonus and cycle charges with them. I always end up forgetting with archers to cycle charge, and it's not so great. So this zombie horde, which is surprisingly moving quite fast for yeah, they just look a bit weird at the moment actually now. Now I look at them. And yeah, I'm trying to get my Lawful Sea Guard to move around. I kind of forgot with this unit. This unit's kind of forgetting to do what they're supposed to do. But yeah, they're moving around now. I'm going to try and get as many of my men flanked. I'm trying to push around to a flank here, but the Crypt Horrors are kind of holding on for a really long time. My Death Poison does a lot to my men. And all my archers now have run out of ammunition as well. Bringing another fiery Phoenix down as well. And that was quite good, a minimal amount of friendly fire. And I wasn't sure how much of the line I'd built with that one, but yeah, Teglas does get a lot of kills. At the end of the fight, he gets a good whopping 150 kills. And that's more than all my archers. My archers, okay, maybe I might get to 200 kills, but yeah. Yeah, they've got the little Vampire Lord from their garrison over here. Maybe it wasn't from their garrison, but let's see. Do you have any spells? Yeah, this is from a garrison. And yeah, she's kind of fighting my my little spellcaster, which really shouldn't be in there. I keep on trying to pull them out, and I keep on getting to get stun locked in combat.
Ancestors, hear me.
And yeah, trying to move my men round to a more advantageous positioning. The only downside is all of these guys have shields, so they are not going to take much damage. That's why I'm trying to get to the flanks so their spears can do some damage. And I'm also trying to charge as well, just to take down their leadership. But they have Crypt Horrors, Crypt Guards at the back, so they're pretty well defended at the back. Or sorry, Grave Guard, should I be specific, sorry? Crypt Guard, what am I on about? But yeah, I realised because there's Crypt Guard over here, I'm not going to be doing that much, so I'm going to try and clip through these trees, of course, because my cavalry don't know how to ride horses very well. Yeah, what are you doing, sir? You're dying, sir. So yeah, I'm just going to basically keep on trying to get into cycle charges. Except for these archers, these guys just have a few arrows that can still fire, but with this dense jungle, probably not going to be doing that much. Especially over here, this blob is going to be really vexing because this big blob of vampires can easily heal up with the invocation of an attack. And yeah, even with my archers now got no ammunition left, they've resorted to charging into combat, trying help where they can. Yeah, and this, see, the moment where I was thinking like, oh yeah, these guys should easily be able to kill all these guys. I didn't realise there was such a bunched up in a line like this, and they could have been doing much more damage if I tried to keep on pushing around at every few minutes, just keep on moving and inching around in a sort of circle. Kind of in like this sort of line. I'm trying to create lines with my mouse. I haven't activated my art thing, pen drawing thing. But yeah, it's a very long fight, so I might just have a little bit of a speed up. Maybe a bit of a proper speed up, just for a little bit. Shit, I have to admit it is a bit very funny when you have like the speed up mode. Going into cinematic mode and just see all these spheres like, yeah, just like randomly flaming around. Very interesting to see this. Got a mix of men. See, I have like a very, they have like a mix of men there. I can see some normal zombies, skeletons. I see Graveguard in there, skeleton spearman at the back as well. And then there's me with just spearman and lawful sea guard. You can tell by that nice, lovely bit of seaweed wrapped around their spear, which looks very nice. But yeah, you can tell by my the way my men are moving forwards, I am pushing them back a little bit. So my original line of spears were here, and now they've moved forward to around here on the screen. So yeah, not bad. And let's actually go and see the people that are actually decent in combat now, and see these nice sword masters of Hoa do some serious work. And it just shows how much I'm pushing back as well, because my archers are very close to their flanks as well. And the battle might be almost finishing soon. Surprisingly not. Still 5 minutes to go. So yeah, pushed back quite far. A lot of bodies on the floor. Let's see if we can try and see them all. Shit. Oh, the Black Knight bodies here. And then a few of my other men over here as well. Yeah, they're starting to crumble away. All these zombies and Lyrian Reavers over here. That's not good. What a waste of bodies. I'm sure that hopefully the vampires will have something to do. And yeah, these zombies over here, zombies, they've been able to kill a few of my men over here as well. And yep, the Valgeist didn't do much either. Basically, if you look at their monsters, because I knew the monsters would do a lot of damage if I let them do it. And yeah, as I said, yeah, I moved. After realizing my little column, and they aren't fighting optimally, I've decided to move around. Same over here, trying to get my heroes to break these ghouls' leadership, but none of it's happening, and my spellcaster's also broken, ran off. So that's very awkward. And also, Technicus is also fully finished replenishing using his potion, and also any other sort of spells. And yeah, I probably didn't use my Flaming Phoenixes very well. And now I realise the Flaming Phoenix has also the flaming damage. I might get Kindling Flame. Yeah, just popping one last bit of my magic and casted a Doom Flock just to help with these Graveguard. But to be honest, standard Doom Flux doesn't really do that much. You kind of need to get an upgraded version. Yeah, and then Lords just, yeah, getting pummeled by Illyrian Reavers. And then I'm just like, no, I don't want to stay in this combat. It would break their leadership too much and kill them all. And then I think the Vampire Counter Lord's like, yeah, you know what, screw this. And I'm like, wow, you're gonna run away from me. I guess I'll just chase after you. But no, I was trying to knock him over, but it didn't quite work. And then I was like, yeah, I still don't want to stay in that prolonged combat. But yeah, a lot of health has also been lost as well. You can tell all of my men have lost their martial prowess, maybe except for my spearmen. No, even my spearmen have lost it, and then that's it. Boom. as soon as their Graveguard died, their Lord just immediately disintegrated. And yeah, that's that. So yeah, monsters, no kills practically on their monsters. Try to minimize as little losses from my large units as possible. Only 1 kill on them, and they're against infantry as well. So little damage. Just really shot them down. The Graveguard though got some serious work done from that garrison. Probably, yeah, other lords didn't get much kills either, because they were trying to find selective targets, like my heroes. And yeah, a lot of kills over here. And in my defense, for 1,200 men versus, try to do some quick maths, 2,500, I'm thinking. Maybe 3,000. My maths might be still slightly wrong. But yeah, that's pretty good to get a perfect victory, not like a close victory and whatnot. Maybe close victory is a better version than perfect victory. I haven't quite realized what the difference between these ranks of things. Like, is a closer victory worse than a perfect victory? I'm guessing perfect victory might be worse because they say things like, oh, like great losses and whatnot. But yeah, a lot of kills on everyone. Even my archers that are getting a lot of their missiles blocked by the trees. They got a lot of kills. They're probably all from zombies, to be honest, and skeletons, which are, as you can see by their kills, quite pitiful targets. Saying it though, even zombies got more kills than some of these spearmen, so that's saying something. And yeah, there's a lot of kills in those crit ghouls. I really do underestimate the skills of crit ghouls. And that crit ghouls can seriously do some work. Actually, on par with Graveguard with great weapons. So the great weapons are a little bit overkill because they only have maximum of like 50 armor maybe on my sword masters and 30 on everyone else. So it's kind of a bit overkill, but yeah. Sweet. So yeah, this is my forces. After that battle you just saw then. Got a few more men gained when I actually lost, because I took the replenishment option. Obviously, it doesn't replenish my heroes, because it only replenishes the men in my unit by a little bit. Tiny bit worried in the fact that I'm having to siege their garrison, and I've also got 2 rebellions. I did recruit my lord, my dashing princess, earlier. But I probably should have recruited her in the Awakening rather than in the Tower of Stars, because the garrison in the Tower of Stars is pretty decent with 8 Illyrian Reaper, Bluffle Sea Guards, even more archers, and also having a bolt thrower and a Great Eagle. Probably should have recruited her over here where there's not so much. Of only 4 archers and 4 spearmen. But I was also maybe thinking, next turn I can siege that, auto-resolve it, because as you can tell by the garrison in there, all there was like 3 men. And actually, yeah, it's really not much. No lords either. And my archers, I might just fight this just because of their knowing auto-resolve. You'll probably do something stupid, like these guys get like hundreds of kills for some bizarre reason. Because it seems to be that is the case. Or something stupid like Teclis just goes and charges them all, thinking he can kill them all by himself with only 130 health, and he just dies. Because that really doesn't surprise me when you do auto resolves. That, and also being a siege battle, and me literally just resulting to having a battering ram just so I can auto resolve or fight the battle as quick as possible. But with the amount of archers I got, I literally have like enough for 1 archer per unit, and I could be able to gun them down quite fast. So yeah, it should be good. I don't even know if I could even cast. No, I can't. I was gonna say it'd be funny if I could cast the Fiery Phoenix on the Fiery Convocation. Sorry, not Fiery Phoenix, but yeah. Fiery Convocation or Wall, that'd be kind of funny. Just, yup, there. Your men are automatically like told to line up on this wall, and I'm just going to burn them all down to the ground. Also with this great lag, which is very vexing, but yeah.
Battle calls me.
Continue sieging. But yeah, so what I'm thinking though is with these two rebellions, they're probably going to wait a turn. They're probably going to wait a turn, and these guys are probably going to wait a turn as well. So they're going to get 14 men in this army and 14 men in this one, and they're probably going to get more White Lions of Thrace. The only downside I hate about also the recruitment is, yeah, her technically just recruiting my lord again gives me, I have to pay up another 600, 500, 650 gold just because I recruited her.
Feel my power.
Because they have to give supplies to her and Teclis as well, which is like, well, I guess I'm back to minus gold. So yeah, it's pretty hard to try and have a decent army. Because earlier I had like plus 500 gold, and now recruiting her and she having 333 upkeep, all of a sudden now just, yeah, making it 5% more, so yeah. And it actually, I think, sometimes pays to have a lot of men, but in smaller armies.
My powers are needed here.
Actually, I should have checked upkeep for 11 Reavers. Yeah, I should have kept my 11 Reavers in her army, to be honest. Because I gave her, like, earlier when I disbanded her earlier, I just gave them to Teclis. And then my income went through the roof for having all these Illyrian Reavers. But yeah, she's going to definitely have a good Illyrian Reaver and Illyrian Reaver army. And I might try and go for a ranged army only, which could be easily possible with Lawful Sea Guard, archers, and bolt throwers, and a load of other Illyrian Reavers with archers. So like 5 bolt throwers, 6 Illyrian Reaver archers, unless there's a better archer that I'm not seeing. Maybe some maybe some phoenixes, fire heart phoenixes as well, because their bombardment is kind of like a ranged attack anyway. So that could be interesting to see. But yeah, I'm talking way too much, and I've been recording for 2 hours now, and I need to condense this down to like 40 minutes or less, so that's probably not possible. But yeah, see you guys in the next video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and remember, stay classy, guys, and have a good old day to you. I'm going to be recording Star Wars Battlefront 2, because I have finally got it, and it's recording. And it's gonna take 12 hours to download. Pretty big game. We have a pretty bad internet. But yeah, see you guys again. So yeah, cheerio, bye!